today I noticed a couple things, and it further just has me like wondering if all this shit really is real. If I'm really, if I'm just not dreaming, because this is not making any kind of sense. This world that I'm living in right here, and the stupidity of the people in it. There was a guy who came on my Christians and the Bible series, the first video, and he made a comment. He said, "I agree with you, but you swearing, and you need to stop swearing because the body is a temple, and Yeshua said is what comes out of the man and all that." Look, if your body is a temple, for all you Christians or whoever out there, if your body is a temple, stop eating pork. If your body is a temple, stop feeding your children Similac, stop feeding them McDonald's. If your body is a temple, stop letting the government inject your children with all these mercury contaminated vaccines. If your body is a temple, then stop drinking tap water with fluoride in it. But you can't do that because they putting fluoride in some of these drinking waters now. These bottled water rather. That these corporations, you think these corporations ain't trying to get down on you? You know what I mean? To sell these Dasanis and Ozark and all that. These big companies, you think they ain't down? You think it's a way that you can escape that shit? So if it's what comes out, because you know he would say that guy. If that's the case, then don't spew stupidity from your mouth. Don't spew ignorance from your mouth. For example, he talking about swearing. I assume he's talking about so-called curse words. Now, if a nigga was to look up the word curse in a dictionary, what does it mean? It's the opposite of bless. So whatever bless is, then cursing is the opposite of that. Now, you know that ain't got nothing to do with no so-called vulgar language or profanity or whatever. So that's a lie that's coming out your mouth. So if it's what comes out of a man that defiles him, which is what this guy was trying to say in his comment, then you defile yourself with that lie, because that's not a curse word. Cursing is when you wish something bad on somebody. I hope you fall down the steps. That's cursing. A lot of times y'all niggas do that and you see nothing wrong with it. See what I'm saying? Profanity. Look up the root word profane in the dictionary. You're going to see what is that. That's when you have irreverence or contempt for God or religious type of things. For example, you profane the temple. You want to keep everything secular and have nothing to do with any kind of spiritual practices or ceremonies and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? That's profanity. When you dealing like that, research these things. The reason I'm saying I'm talking about the stupidity of people is because somebody will say that knowing they once looked up and tried to figure out where that shit comes from. It's just like when people say, don't say the word nigger. Not knowing that you looked it up in an American Heritage Dictionary, for example. They got it from the French word négère, said it was an English alteration of the French word négère, which comes from the Spanish word negro. Same place that you get the English word black. So in other words, you talking in the root word Niger from the Latin N-I-G-E-R. N-I-G-G-E-R more closely resembles that than any of the other translations. So, but a nigga would sit there, he got a problem with the word nigga, but he ain't got no problem with saying black, which means the same damn thing. You understand? It's so crazy. Motherfuckers so stupid. That was one thing that happened today about the guy talking about curse words and shit. Talk about it may be taking this true. I don't give a fuck who take it. I'm saying this because I'm supposed to. Whether you take it or not don't make me no damn difference. But the people whose ears are open, whose eyes are open, they know that ain't no such thing as no curse words. And that's part of my message. for that guy's stupid ass. His username was Untold Wisdom. Now, the other incident that happened today, I was watching Breakdance 89 sent the first video. He shared the first video of the brother Reach Ones had a series where he uploaded the Black Wall Street videos. So Breakdance 89 shared the part 1, and I watched that, and I got to like part 8. I ain't watched all 12 parts, but I got to like part 8, and I looked down at one of the comments, and this guy gonna say, I forgot who it was, I forgot his username, but it's some guy, he gonna say, you see what happened, don't react out of anger. If you about your education, go hard. If you about your hustle, go hard. Don't go out and kill a gang of crackers, because then they just going to slam your ass in jail. And that's slavery for real. I'm like, he was like, learn from your past and who you are. I'm like, you stupid ass motherfucker. How could you watch this goddamn video and say that? That's exactly what happened to them. They was about their business, going hard. White folk was borrowing from these niggas in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You see, they had their businesses, and one thing that came to mind when I was thinking about the Black Wall Street a few days ago. They had their own businesses, their own banking systems, all of that. Was living large, big ass houses, loaning to other nationalities, the same way we got to do today. They was the same thing that we borrow from other people was borrowing from them. You know what I'm saying? If that shit had caught on and brothers and sisters had internalized that, we could have took over the world. Understanding that you don't need no devil for nothing. But the devil wasn't having that. Now what the niggas should have had, and this is, like I said, this is what came to my mind. What the niggas should have had with all them banks and all them big time, all that land and all them big ass houses and everything they had financially, what they should have had was a motherfucking army or something. And the devil came in and was just shooting niggas up, and niggas came out with their hands up. They were marching down the street. Some people were coming outside. They were talking about how the brother, he was in the services. He came out, he thought he could wear his uniform, and he came out to the front yard while they was killing all the niggas. He came out to his house to the front yard, saluted, and they blew his ass off too. You know, it's crazy. And I'm trying to figure out, them niggas they did business, finance, and they still dead, nigga. And in less than a day, they went from being on top of the world to they didn't have nothing. And they was rounded up in the convention center and different areas where they was rounding niggas up like hogs, like farm animals, and them niggas didn't have nothing but the clothes on their back. If they had that, and that's just the niggas that wasn't dead. You had motherfuckers running down the street, sisters running out of the house, ass naked, trying to carry the children, and you know, folk getting shot up with machine guns. I mean, it's all out war. It was just like how the Israelis be doing the Palestinians. I mean, they was flying. I mean, it wasn't just no clan race riders. This was military operation. You talking about planes was flying and dropping bombs on these folks, basically, man. That's crazy. Till you had a refugee type situation. That's what's going on. And you still gonna talk about they got about their hustle. And they was hard about their hustle. But they didn't believe that the white man is the devil. They was still loaning money to the white man. And you under his jurisdiction. You still submitting to his law. So it's nothing you gonna be able to accomplish. So with that, niggas is hard-headed once again. And I'm frustrated and I'm tired of dealing with niggas. Y'all so goddamn stupid. You gonna learn the hard way. That's the way you gonna learn. You gonna learn the hard way. And with that, man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. It's your boy, Khalik Eliyah, and I'm out.